Everybody hold on YouTube if you're in there. I'm on my Facebook page, so that's where I'm doing comments. So if you like to switch over, you're welcome to it. Give me a second here. All right. Hang on, kids. This is going to be a good one. Why not add the whole family? Hell yeah. Hey, what's up, Samantha? How you doing? What's up, kids? There we go. There we go. Cindy's in the house. I see her popping hearts up. Hey, Cindy, what's up? All right. Backwards. You want to leave some people out here. All right. Getting there. Hang on. There we go. Man, it's a lot of work, man, going live. Believe it or not. All right. Do a couple more people and we'll get going. All right. Full house tonight. All right, see that. Let's see. We got Lori, Cindy, Samantha, Mary, Thomas. Hey. I think it's Tailman. Raymond, Ryan Smith, what's up? Kerry Huff, Samantha Fox, Samantha McCurdy. Where the hell did I get that? I ain't feeling real good tonight. I came here for a reason, all right? If you read, most people read about my feeds, you will follow me on a nightmare story, all right? How about that? All right. Some people stick around, some people don't. The family I created that were loyal stayed. Some stayed neutral, some backed out, some got left behind. For the new people that are in here, if you stick around here, you'll hear an amazing story. All right. And I'm going to tell it because the new people are in here. They're going to get caught in a catch-22. We're going to get one thing straight. I play guitar since I've been about 8 years old, and I played with my father on stages about 9. I started some other bands, ended up in a band called Ritual. I was in Ritual for 30 years on and off. All right. If you know the LTMP album, Let the Metal Play, former members were Ricky Parent, that came in when I came in from Enough's Enough, drummer, died 2007. Rest in peace, Ricky. Derek the Skull Taylor, Derek Lord, who played with Nuclear Assault, and also the Peter Tork Project. Billy passed away about a month ago, the singer. Okay. I was also a case maker, renowned case maker for them big black boxes, and that's why you see the platinum albums. The platinum albums and all that were given to me. It's called Lifetime Achievement. They weren't bought on eBay, and I'll get to that. I busted my ass for doing that shit and getting everything in life you earn. Okay, you earn it. You don't just get it. You earn it. And I'll tell you, the music business is one of the hardest businesses in the world. And if you're trying to make it now in it right now, like a guy that I'm going to bring up, Arctic Flames, Mr. I made up a lot of shit about Paulie D. Your 80s playing's over, my friend. You're just a has-been leftover. You use too many effects, too, on the guitar. See, when you use a lot of effects on a fucking guitar, it makes you sound good. I never used really effects. I just used distortion and a little compression. So, hey, Eugene, what's up, man? Sorry I didn't call you today, bro. So we get to the point. I was case making. I started a business called The Ultimate Case. I also own Cases Unlimited and The Ultimate Case Corp. 3 corporations. I had a dream. I also worked for a place called FFC in 1985. Okay. That was Frisbee flight casing, which it ended up becoming C&D Case, where I ended up working a decade before I hit the ground, loading the cases up with the drums for the Broadway show Hamilton. My business went down in 2009-11. All right. I tried to hold it, couldn't hold it, man. Lost a lot of people in the trade buildings. The music business went totally down. But I kept going. I went to other case companies, also worked for Nelson Case. And I also know a lot of musicians in the business. Now, I'll get to that, Chrissy. Just hang on, man. How I'm feeling? No, not feeling great. We'll get to that. So, with all this, right? Why did the cases? I knew 2 people. I know all the case companies. You have Star Case, Anvil Case, Calzone Case, Nashville Case, Ultra Case. Okay. I got in tight with Vinny and Joey Calzone, where I know them. The Calzone brothers, if you know Calzone Cases, they've been around since 1952. Now, Joey owns Anvil out in California. Vinny owns Calzone in Bristol, Connecticut. Now, they used to give me the pricing books. Why would a company give me the pricing books? Well, I'm basically a competition. See, one thing Vinny and Joey Calzone knew about me. I didn't want the pricing business, the books, the pricing books, to price cases, to put people out of business or do a cheat, steal, and a lie. It was for the people that called up and said, I called Calzone Case and got a price like this. Okay, I seen you, Trace. So they gave me the pricing books. Now, with that, I always kept my prices. I was the highest priced case maker out there. I did custom work and I concentrated on the custom work. And the most ultimate case I've ever made was Mariah Carey's makeup table. That took 172 hours of my life. Being a case maker, man. I've almost died for that business. I've had numerous amounts of accidents too. Now, Steve Torres said I was paralyzed. Yes, I was paralyzed in 1985 in a motorcycle accident. I was pronounced dead on arrival. I wasn't supposed to walk again. I walked. 1988, I went through a lot of stuff with anxiety and depression and put me on Xanax. I was in and out of the hospital while I was running my business. I had an anxiety attack about a couple of months after I started the business in 1988. All businesses were incorporated. More than I could say for you, Steve Torres. I checked you out in Arkansas. You don't even have an LCC, incorporation, or sole proprietorship. So they don't even know about your business. So we get up to 1993 in the case company. I had 2,500 pounds of wood hitting me in the back in an elevator. If Ron Hager was here right now, Ronnie was there and Ronnie saved my life. Okay. There was a quarter of the pile of wood on me, and Ronnie found the strength to get off me, or else I would have been dead. Broke my Achilles tendon. Was in a hospital. Basically, they reset my leg also 6 times without painkillers. They forgot to give them. Actually 5 times, and the 6th time they forgot to give them to me. I can take pain. I can hide pain. And my sister's in here, and my sister knows I can take pain. There hasn't been 3 to 5 years that I haven't got in an accident that shouldn't have been there. Hey, Tara, what's up? Now, some people would think, you know, after the bike accident, that was in 85, and then in 1993, the wood hits me, you would think I had enough, right? I never thought something like that, being a wheelchair again, would happen. It did. My leg still falls out of socket every once in a while. You bang it the fuck back in and don't cry about it. So with that, we get on with the story. So through all them years, I made cases for bands, legends, Bowie, David Bowie, Lou Reed, etc. I used to actually down at FFC, Frisbee Flight Casing, Bobby Blitz from Overkill used to work there. Bobby had to quit because of sawdust, because Overkill just came in. We're talking about the beginning of the music business, okay? A lot of stars used to walk into FFC. First place to start. Wasp walked in there, White Lion, Anthrax. So I was way into the business with playing and knowing the musicians. And there's one musician that came in one day that I always wanted to work it with. I sort of worshiped him like God. His name was Jeff Bova. Jeff Bova is the king of I'll create the music. 300 albums. Eat 'Em and Smile, David Lee Roth is one of them. True Colors by Cyndi Lauper, and A Book of Souls by Iron Maiden. Now I give these three guys and four guys five. I can name a couple. There was a couple musicians that came to play. It was Jeff Bova, Sammy Marandino, the drummer for Cyndi Lauper, and Eddie Martinez, the guitar player for Robert Palmer. Blondie, and if you look at I think it's called Rockbox by Run DMC. He's a guitar player in that video. Now I go out back with these guys and Danny Nova. I go back to these guys 25 plus years. These guys just don't come to a page and donate to you. Trust me. They talk to me. All right. Now we're talking to me. Hold on. I want to check something real quick. No, I want to do that. Let me just see if someone's here. Yeah, I gave her an invite. All right. We'll give Mondo an invite, man. I forgot about it. Get Hona over here. All right. So these guys wouldn't donate unless you talk. See, hey, Uncle Larry's here, man. How you doing, Larry? Eileen, how you doing, Eileen Lee? Okay, so with that, these stars wouldn't donate to me if I wasn't sick. How I got sick, I was learning the drum cases for Hamilton. Hit the ground, the heat was up. Hit the ground so friggin' hard, I didn't even know if I was dead or alive. Now, from having a heat stroke and a triple seizure, with that, when I left the hospital, I don't even remember coming home. I remember getting here, getting a phone call, in 1 hour, I hit the ground again. Went back to the hospital. They released me. I walked through Newark, New Jersey, Belleville, and got back to Bloomfield the next morning. They released me out of the hospital at 2:30 in the morning because I said I had a ride. My mind wasn't right. All right. I'll find out about that. My lawyers are checking into it. Why they released me without getting me into a car. Because I said someone was picking me up and I walked out the door. Wrong move. So with that, the next day, it was 7:30 in the morning. I made it back after walking all night through Newark. My mom and sister were looking for me in morgues and everywhere. I was basically missing for 2 days. I ended up in Bloomfield. You figure people would help you. No. I hit the ground again behind Bloomfield High. Had a little problems in Bloomfield. When I hit the ground, the last thing I remember, I don't remember. There's more to the story. We'll hear that another time. It's in back videos. Okay. I ended up at a place called Mountainside Hospital now, not Claremont, where I went the first 2 times. 3 hours, they released me. They said I wasn't acting right, so they wouldn't take me back. They called the cop. Cop said, "Where do you live?" My mother's house. I didn't live at my mother's house. My mother moved. I lived in Newark. So basically, the cop got me back in a car. I met the new ownership of my mom's house. That was cute. So with that, all right, by the time they got me back to the hospital, my heart rate was 20. I was in a coma. You got to love man. Why did they release me out of 3 hospitals and I ended up in a coma? Now, if you follow the story, you've seen pictures. I put them up before of my daughter. She is a nurse down in Philly. She came straight up. I have 3 kids. Tyler lived in Lake Apacon. Tyler came up with his grandmother. Desiree rushed up there, talked to the nurses, and got everybody out of there. Everybody was restricted from seeing me. Even Ray San Martin, the next day he came up, he had a 2-hour wait. My daughter stayed with me for 9 days, sleeping on a couch. She brought me home. I learned to walk, talk again. It wouldn't be the first time of revamping my life. So you figure, man, something like that happened. You figure, man, someone have some heart. I guess not. So after that, I started a place. I always had Metal Forever. Metal Forever started in March of 17. It was Paulie D and Bobby Steele Metal Forever. So let's get this correct, Bobby Steele out there. I never said I owned your business. I said you're with me on a web page and a group called Metal Forever. You left with speakers. Robbie Jana came in with me. It was Paulie D and Robbie Jana Metal Forever. And then Robbie went to speakers with Bobby. And with that, it was Paulie D's Metal Forever. Easy to sell when I told someone. See, I always told people about it. And all of a sudden, one night, I had this great idea. You know what? I was always about family, man. When my business, man, the people lived at my company, man. We worked 24/7. We were the company that was actually open 24/7 a day. We lived there. I lived there. Actually moved out during tours for 9 months. Left my wife, my kids, everything. In a way, I regret that. Missed out a lot of good times with my kids. All right, so we get on with the story, kids. So with that, I started working Metal Forever, and one night I turned Metal Forever into a radio station versus MTV. I gave shout outs. I started a thing called the Kick It Show. The Kick It Show, I couldn't even tell you how many people were lined up for shout outs, man. God, everybody was there for the attention. I gave it from 8 o'clock till 2, 4 in the morning. Donna Clayton was there, Carrie Huff, they go way back. All right. Carrie Huff is probably, Carrie Huff and Donna Clayton are probably the first remaining members, 1 or 2 more. The others went to the dark side after I got sick. It's a shame how you see when you have family, real family at your house, you've seen your families break apart maybe. How about a family you put together just destroyed themselves, just like they do family? That sucks. So I created a radio station versus MTV. Imagine that, man. I'm the first one to ever do it on Facebook. Things came to me real fast. Now, I didn't call it the family. I said, welcome to my rock and group page. And one day, the way the shout outs went, I would take Cindy Campbell, for example. I'd say, Cindy Campbell's, she's mellow as fuck. She's in the house. Hugs. It wasn't even up to Hell Yeah. Hell Yeah didn't come. I worked that for 2 months every day of my life from 8 at night till 4 in the morning. I make sure I clear out all the check marks, say thank you to everyone, which I can't do no more. It's gotten too big. And I do read all the comments. That don't mean I'm not paying attention. No. So we get to that. So I'm the first one to create a radio station and a real family and MTV here. My kid figured it out. I started getting sick. They were doing blood tests on me, and I couldn't type one night. So Tyler comes in, and Tyler starts typing. Hey, Sandra, what's up? See Eugene, Sandra, Lori's here. Hell yeah. So Meredith is here too. So with that, all right, my kid started typing. 45 minutes later, Tyler said to me, "Oh my God, Dad, you changed Facebook. What the fuck? Well, how did I do it, son?" He goes, "You made it a radio station versus MTV." Now imagine my kid figured it out. I also created the family. Family came. The ones that are here stays. The ones that left, they don't get back in the door. See, I know what it is to be pushed away by family. Right? I got my mom and sister, and I love my mom and sister dearly. All right. So we'll get on with the story. So he did a blood test on me, ultrasound, all that stuff. I started getting sick. That came out fine, man. December 19th, I walked into a Michael Saccone's office, which is my kidney specialist. He didn't do nothing to me. He just turned to me. I said, "Doc, what is wrong with me?" He says, "Paul, you got kidney cancer." I said, "What do you mean I got kidney cancer? Are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. Tell me how long I got to live so I can spend it with my 3 kids and my family in metal forever." He goes, "Wow, you took that good." I didn't even flinch. They found out that it was on the paperwork. They said I had a mass. They were supposed to do a biopsy back in 17 on me. They never did it. So 3 days later, and I've had this test done before, which Steve Torres calls it a coal miner's disease. They injected me with contrast, non-contrast and contrast on a PT scan. Now, hey, Lee Star, what's up? With that, first part of it was good. They shoved me in the machine, pulled me out. They came back in. They turned the contrast on. 2 minutes, the contrast went into me, and I started not feeling good. I even messaged your lady. You have a little microphone where she could hear you. I go, "Wait, is this a double dose because they're checking me for cancer?" I don't know what happened. I was fine up to the 10th of January. Things started happening. Fatigue around the 7th of January. By the 10th, fatigue kicked in really bad. Fatigue will knock you on your ass. All right. Hey, Matt, what's up, buddy? Donna Clean. Lori Gardner, what's up? So you get to the point. Now, that's going from the 22nd of December to January 10th. Now, I was fine for New Year's, man. I had a great time with family. Larry's like, "Yeah, hell yeah." And 5 days later, I had trouble walking. By the 24th, I couldn't walk. I started to get into shakes like Parkinson's, all right? Versus MS versus Tourette's. Now, I figure I went to the family, man. I wasn't crying out. I was trying to figure out what the hell, and no one could figure it out. Doctors, no one. I rewound the tape. There's only one thing that could have done it when they injected me. It got to the point where it felt like someone took 20 nails in a 2x4 and smacked me in the back. Pain still rips through my body and feels like acid is thrown on my body. So, Steve Torres, you saying this coal miner disease bullshit, why don't you shut your fucking mouth? Dig? See, Steve got all the answers, so we're going to get up to Steve in a minute. All right. So, my kids put up the fundraiser, and Tyler was running it. It was my Christmas present. Nice Christmas present from the kids, right? Help Dad. So everybody got in. Everybody got in, and I appreciate the donations. And if the people left the page or they couldn't handle it or whatever, I'm sorry about that, but I still appreciate the donations to you. I will. Thanks a lot. My sister said we love you too. I know my sister does. Now, with that, kids, all right, got a couple people that wanted attention. And why would you give on a fundraiser and retract it like Bonnie Lisa? Now, Bonnie Lisa was here every day. Get the fuck on the pole. Hell yeah. One day she said she wanted to be removed from a group. You know what? Metal Forever was a family. So I kept her on my regular page. She got off of it. Turned into fundraiser, took back the $100. Months later, bounced my kid's account. Now I'm not mad at Bonnie. I'm disappointed. All right. That's crazy, right? Then you get Tinkerbell faking her death. And Steve Torres, one day, I had 5 chat box open, and one day under my fundraiser, for no reason, he said, don't donate. This is a fraud. The reason why he did that, I told Steve one day I'm doing a live feed. And Steve, can you dig this? I remember real good, man. I said, please don't put your Looks to Kill Rock shop up on the live feed. People are going to get annoyed. I was telling you about the do's and don'ts of social media. Why would you advertise like that? That's crazy. You got all mad at me, man. He said, I'm going to take down all your fundraisers. You never had them up, dude. You have never supported me once. All you care about is yourself. So September 9th, Steve started it. He's the advocate for fundraiser pages. Imagine that. It's a shame I'm the only one he targeted. There's 1,000,001 fundraiser pages out there. He had one, man. He had a fundraiser to go to Texas to go see Autograph. Imagine that. A fundraiser page should go party with a band. Now, come on, Steve. You got a podcast radio there, dude. I'm getting up to the good part, man. I haven't even got to that shit. Hold on one second. All right. Now, with that, Steve put up this whole thing about me. Kids, did I ever tell you I had full-blown Parkinson's, or was I getting checked for Parkinson's? I said I was getting checked. I never said full-blown Parkinson's. Steve Torres said he had full-blown Parkinson's. People don't listen. He targeted me because his father died of Parkinson's. You like that, Steve? Sorry about your dad, but you shouldn't target other people for your hatred and your anger. That's really bad. Now, with the fundraiser, okay, he says I'm a crack dealer. Steve, I'm sorry your kid committed suicide. What's all the burn marks on his hands? And what, this is going to get you pissed, Steve? Because how about you call my mother a prostitute? Dig that, bro? So Steve targeted me. Metal Forever got hacked, and he swayed the people's way by telling them I didn't have my cancer out, was never in the music business, had full-blown Parkinson's, MS, this, that, knocked down fundraiser pages, hacked into my fundraiser pages. Whether he did it or he had people do it, you're not that smart, Steve. See, I wasn't smart enough because people like Carrie Huff and them, we stopped you from hacking Metal Forever. I caught it right at the point. You guys, people would have took it all away, man. See, I'm not a hacker of pages like Steve Torres says, like Articus Flames and all. They said I'm Articus Flames. They look at that wasn't my page, man. That dude's out there, way out there, man. That guy's lost. That's like fucking. That dude's lost in space, bro. I was out there trying to help you. At the time, you wanted to commit suicide. Okay? You were homeless. You're about ready to lose your home. You're paranoid in your house that everybody's out to get you. And you screwed Kimberly Ross when Kim was going to have you move in. So you got nothing to say to me. And don't ever speak to me like that over the phone like you did last time, son. Wake the fuck up. So with that, all right, Steve targeted me and ruined my fundraiser pages. They were going fine. I said I was going for SSI. I applied for it January 24th, 2018. I got a month and a half to ride out. The fundraiser pages come down. Steve Torres isn't the one taking them down. Paulie D is taking them down. And what you people didn't realize, and I'm not directing this at anyone because most of the people do realize that stick with me. If Kimberly Ross or Rachel Riggs had a fundraiser page up on me, I had the fundraiser page and I took the totals off of what came in off of them, off of my fundraiser. I've also sold $3,000 of my kiss shit or more to do what I had to do to eat and keep my apartment. Now, Steve says I live in a rent-free environment. No, I do not. He calls it the project. Listen, you hick. Wait till you come to Newark. I haven't got to that part of the story. So with that, Steve made up the biggest lie on Facebook to sway people's way. And if you did, you were all sad. If you went to snoop around what you did, see, I got people that are loyal. See, Steve, I looked the other day, man, like I really did support you. There was a thing in my memory that said, put up for looks to kill rock shop up on my page. I must have been a jackass. See, Steve, you ain't all that, man. Podcast radio, you got 47,000 listenings, not listeners. So it comes out to you get 9,000 something a year that people listen to. For podcast radio, that's all right. I got a lot of more people out there with podcast radio with higher totals. You're not serious radio. So we get to the point here. You ready, kids? What do you think Paulie D did today? You want to know? Well, yesterday, Steve, dig this, man. I called Motley Crue's management. All right. I sat down with this girl. I got it. I won't want to fuck up here, man. I have it somewhere around here. It's on that desk or whatever. Okay. I sat down with this girl, Crystal, man. And Crystal works over at Motley Crue, Five Finger Death Punch, 6 a.m., Nikki Six, whatever. They manage them all. She sat with me for an hour yesterday and heard this story. She was pretty amazed, Steve, about. She was interested in. They're going to check in and get to the bottom of all your bullshit. Okay, they're really also interested in that Nikki would be interested in the road to recovery. She thought that was an amazing place when I told her about it. You know, helping people with the equalities of life. Fucking Larry, man. Repeat after me. Paulie D rules. Exactly. All right. I'm going to go through the comments later, man. I'm catching up here. Ah, Laurie Welsh, don't be sick. Okay, so with this, I hung on the phone with Crystal and I told her about Metal Forever, the family. And I got down to Motley Crue and Looks to Kill Rock Shop, how a man can try to look like Nikki Sixx and thinks he's him, I think. We had a good laugh over that, man. I said he worked for Motley Crue. He told me that. And he also told me that Tico Torres, when Bon Jovi gets back, that's going to laugh because Steve Torres said I made Bon Jovi. No, I made his cases and got credits on his albums. I hope you hear this, John, because you and Hugh McDonald and Tico, I think they know me because of Bobby DeLuca, because Bobby DeLuca, I already talked to him too. He gave me the credits. He thinks this guy is crazy. He goes, what do you mean? This guy said you didn't get credits. I gave you the credits on the album. Now, Steve, of course you wouldn't know my cases. You would know of Anvil, like you said, Anvil Calzone. They would know that because all the bands you deal with go to the Whiskey Go-Go, right? So with this, I got off the phone. I had a great time talking to her, okay? But then I made a call this morning, man. I was getting something interesting. You know what? See, I will conquer and overcome. Do you know what conquer and overcome is? Is when you seek and destroy, Larry. You like that? You haven't seen Larry, the guy that drives me around. We'll get to that in a minute, okay? You can come out here, Larry. Hang with me. Oh God! All right. So we got Lorraine. Sure, here we go. Now with that, right? I had this idea, man. You know what? Who could take? Who would love to talk to Steve Torres? You know what? You know what I called today? Now I'm not no one, man. I don't know no one. You know what? Here, Steve. While you're watching, why don't you watch the Jimi Hendrix porno tape, bro? Sex tape, man. You can watch that because you're just gonna blow this whole thing and turn it around upside down. That's right. I believe I just said that. So with that, I had this great idea. You know what I called? I called Sirius Radio, and I got in touch with Howard Stern's people. Now imagine that. Now how would I know Howard Stern? I go back doing the Stuttering John tour. He had a tour. He had one album out. I did the tour. I've talked to Stuttering John before. I had a long talk with the lady, and I gave the story to Howard. How about that? I said, you know what? You would love this story because this is one that would be good for Howard's mouthpiece to rip apart a podcast radio like Steve Torres's and a couple others. She took down definitely my name and number. Howard will get back to me. See, I'm far from starstruck. Howard's doing his book right now, and Howard, I think, would take my side 100%. Right? So you know what? Hey, Steve, you know what? I love Conway, Arkansas. You know why? They gave me the answers to everything. Your own city, bro. I thanked them, man. They gave me the answers. The prosecutor's office directed me, and I'd like to thank the lady Pam at Arkansas prosecutor's office. She's very nice to me. I finally got on the phone with the detectives of Newark, New Jersey. Now, here where it spins, kid. I told you, Larry, stick around for the show, man. This is where it gets good. Now, Steve, you know what? I'm going to have a meet and greet. You can meet Paulie D now. Imagine that shit. The detectives talked to me and said, what do you want to do? Go to court with it? I said, yes. They said, fine. Cops have been here twice. 2 police reports have been filed. I got all the flash drives, Steve. I got everything you've ever written about me. I even told the cops they could take my hard drives. And when it gets to court, I want a polygraph ran on you and a drug test. I can demand that, Steve, because you know what? I'm so hot and awesome. Now you can't take it. You're going to get served, Steve. It's over. And Kay didn't bust me like you say on your page. I don't know what this girl was doing, saying that Arctic Flames and me are the same. No. Kay, you're a moron. You should have came to my page. I love my family, man. I love it. You know what? If you read on my feed, I said this will be the last live feed about the man who tried to slander me, Steve Torres. And yes, that's the truth. All right. I've said it before. I'm got bad pain in my kidney area, and I got to take care of a few things. My health. But I'm not quitting on metal forever, and I'm not quitting on road to recovery. I'm going back there, and I'm serious this time. I'm not. Steve Torres, this goes out to you. Here's to you sucking my dick, bro. You know what? Stick your fucking dick in your mouth and just shut the fuck up, dude. And even if you talk, this goes out to the family, all right? I'm telling you right now. If Steve Torres talks any smack behind my back, just send it to me and just block him. He's all bullshit. All right. I'm not worried about you, Steve. I got so much stuff on you. You have ex-cops. I got 2 ex-cops that were going to testify. I'll bring my daughter down, who's a nurse, who was with me through the whole thing. I'm bringing my doctors into it. Okay, I got 4 doctors. Saccone thinks you're an idiot. When I told him, my kidney doctor, that you said you get your kidney out the back, he thinks you're a retard. They don't do it that way. They haven't done it like that in years. All right. My other doctor, Espino, thinks you're totally off the hook. He has actually the doctors. I just got to give one to Saccone. I gave him a present of flash drives. Cindy, I'm getting yours made up. Don't think I'm not. I get the stuff. I still got that stuff will go in the mail. See, I'm giving my doctors flash drives of all the stuff the Steve Torres wannabe kit. All right. I'm going to give them all flash drives. That's my Christmas present to them. You got to imagine that. I'm ready to go live from my office in Dallas. Hey, fly me up there, Larry, man. Hey, you know what you got to do, Larry? Put me into admin up in fan club page. Now, see what you know what you got to love Uncle Larry, man. I'll back Uncle Larry with the family, man. We'll knock down doors like a motherfucker, Larry. See, this is the way it goes with Larry. See, Larry went in and talked to Steve, and Steve bashed Uncle Larry. Now, that was not nice. Larry's a good guy, man. And Mondo, if he was here, he'd be kissing your ass. I'm only kidding. You know, with Larry, Steve said, Paulie D made up a fake fan club page. I didn't make the page. Larry made it up. I love Larry, man. He made up a fan club page. I thought that was pretty cool. I was used to joke about myself. Paulie D, you're so fucking hot and awesome. I can't take it, you know? Now I appreciate it. Move me up in admin, Larry. I'll get in there, man. See, I do have a couple pages. Actually, I don't know. People said I have 50, 60, 70, 80, 20, whatever. No. I have about 4 or 5 Paulie D pages and Paul DeVoe, and I have at least had one and 1 or 2 because I can't get into the other one. And the thing is, I have a Paul Stanley page, which I put on the page. This is not Paul Stanley. I don't want to mislead you. I'm a Kiss fan. All right. So with that, I have one page that was not me. Imagine this. Now, Thanksgiving, you guys are eating your Thanksgiving dinner. Steve Torres took away my donations that I didn't have it. I had a cup of coffee for Thanksgiving dinner, and I don't want you guys to feel bad. Now, check this out. While you guys were sitting there watching the football game and NFL and all that shit, you know what I was doing? I created the best creation in the world. Her name is Mandy Madonna, man, the hottest bitch on the metal scene. I brought the rats to the Thanksgiving table, Steve Torres. Yes, Mandy Madonna, I made up 100%. Some of your crew in there were flirting with Mandy Madonna. Now imagine that. I am Mandy Madonna. Big hugs, Mandy, Steve. Imagine that. Shatter the Empire. Greg, here's to you, bro. I got a lot of stuff nicely copied, man. Now, a cop friend of mine, Mike Islin, he vouched for me for 47 years. I like Michael. A loyal friend? Michael's a retired sergeant at Irvington Police. Now watch this one, Larry. You want to laugh? Here it comes. What if Paulie D made up Mandy Madonna, who worked, she swung both ways, all right? She swung both ways, and she was a pole dancer. Now imagine this shit. Ready for this, guys? I said, what do you mean all this stuff about Paulie D? And I'm typing to Steve Torres. What do you mean? I donated $50 to that scumbag. I turned on myself. Now you think Motley Crue, The Dirt was good? The Dirt of the creation of Manny Madonna is the best. Steve said, yeah, Paulie D impersonating an officer. No, my friend Michael was looking for you. His name is Michael Island. He's a retired Irvington cop, Steve. That was real in that fundraiser page, and that's the one that you hacked. Were you trying to do Mandy too? A couple of your friends were. I don't care if they hit up on him once. If you hit up on one like Mandy Madonna once, man, and then you find out, oh, she's fake. You were hitting up on a goddamn picture, man. See, the thing I know about my family, Larry, that's the best. I have friends of his. Hey, Larry, you want to date Mandy Madonna, man? I'll hook you up. I got the number. And actually, I took it one step further. You know what? I had Mandy Madonna on the phone, Steve, you retard. It was one of the family members because the family members that came into Mandy Madonna, like Raymond and all them, like the fat Santa Claus, you call Ray my friend, and Rachel, my girlfriend, who I'd never met. I asked Rachel, when's the last time we had sex, Rachel? I never met you. So I guess we didn't. Rachel donated $1,200 of SSI money, as much as Donna Clayton, Patty Davis, Maria Rusto. I appreciate the people that donate. You know what? Without the donations, I would have been homeless. Carrie Huff has pushed the donations to people. I seen something come together that I never seen on Facebook. Two things. One, that I did the greatest gift in the world. I brought a family together and made it real. Actually, we're going to go to three. The thing that was sad and I'm disappointed in, a guy and a crew of people that most of them I never talked to because they would have been on my messenger. It would have said I chatted, called them, whatever. As of yesterday, Larry tried this. Since October of 2017, I hit 7,099 people I talked to voice on Facebook. And the best creation was the road to recovery. It's the most successful rehab and the equalities of life that's ever been created in the world. It's a gift from God. I gave back from my donations, and I've worked from my donations every day. I would get up in the morning, 22 hours. If donations came in, they came in. If they didn't, they didn't. The donation, Steve Torres, it was set at 24,500 because I knew I wasn't going to go back to work again. I had a feeling. So I got scared. I dropped it to 1,550 and then down to 1,250. I thought I would be back to work. I should have left it at 24,500. It didn't even go that high. I went to 15. I got a month and a half to ride out. If you want to donate to PayPal, it's the easiest way. I'm not begging. Just do it. You do it from your heart. You can go to one PayPal link, and I'll tell you about Facebook. The one thing they did was cruel. They locked out my one page. That means I had no access to doing anything with my fundraiser page. So I put up another one. The other one will come down. I'm unbanned. I thought I was unbanned yesterday because I could type. I'm not. I still got about 16 hours left. So it comes down to the point you donate from your heart. It's not about if you don't donate because if you feel like you're donating because I'm sick, the people that should be donating is for one thing. Oh, there you go. Hey, Lisa, you know what? Thanks for the help with Howard Stern. I got through to them today. All right. Talk to you later. Lisa's the one actually that gave me the idea for Howard Stern. She knows Howard. All right. So with it, if you weren't going to donate because I'm sick, people should have donated, which they did, like Maria Rusto. Maria Rusto knows me very well. She's like my little sister as much as Carrie Huff, Donna Clayton, and Cindy Campbell, Linda, all them. All right. They should have donated because to keep the road to recovery going. A successful place of the equalities of life that I have stopped 7 suicides in a year on Facebook. Now, if you people don't think that's shit, here we go again. Hold on, kids. I got to switch something here. If you're on YouTube, just hang. All right. Hold on. Internet connection problem on Facebook. Let's do 2, 3, 4. Bum, bum, bum. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Okay, hold on. Let me get Uncle Larry back in here. Sorry about the kids. I don't know if they're working on the internet out here, but something's going on. Restart. Boop, 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 boom. I'll get as many people back real quick. Okay, where the hell is Larry? Lacey. Bup, 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 bup. A lot of L people, man. So, like I said, hey Ronnie, how you doing? Hey Ron, I miss you, man. Give me a call, dude. This is my last feed I'm doing on the jerk off, all right? He's going to court down Newark, so Ronnie's not Ronnie don't live up here, but I don't think people like to come up from Arkansas into Newark. You know what? Hey Ron, you know what I'm gonna have up here? A greet and meet. Imagine that, man. Tell you the truth, if you don't know Ron got me into the business for one. Ron worked for me. Ron got me a job over at FSC when I was talking at the beginning of the story. He says, "You want a job? We're working with Whitney Houston Slayer. Best job in the world." Well, Ronnie was the crew chief. Sometimes I put up Ronnie's passes. Ronnie's been around the block with the music business, trust me. If it wasn't for Ron, I would have never knew about cases. Ron taught me. Ron was the most accurate cutter I've ever met for designing shit in my life. He cared. He was good at what he did. I miss Ronnie. Ronnie's down Florida, and I just seen the pictures, Ron, of Ricky, man. Excellent picture, man. I think he put it up for Mother's Day. All right. So I do follow the feed. So like I said, the story's on the first part. There's 2 parts. Internet connection. You jump right back in. All right. How you doing, Adam? What's up, Tommy? No, you can go back, dude. What happened was the internet cuts off. It's going to cut off. So I said, I told the whole story of what happened. Steve Torres is going to get served and go to court. I'm giving a flash drive down to all the detectives down there. They can rip my computers apart. All the accounts that you see of Paulie D or Paul DeVoe, they're mine. 2 are Lisa. And 1 was Mandy Madonna I made up. And everybody spilled their guts like a moron to me because I was the hottest bitch in town. But I told my family who went there and they played along too. You gotta love Elisa Thomas, man. She became Mandy Madonna's bitch. Imagine that. Toucan shoe. How about that? If Elisa Thomas hears it, you rock on, girl. So I want to tell you, like I said, you donate from your heart if you want to donate. If not, I'm going to put the one fundraiser up, tap on it, add your friends. I got a month and a half to ride this shit out. I get my SSI check. It's all over with. This is the last feed I'm doing on Steve Torres. I'm done. The guy's going to keep lying, switch around stories. He switched around. He avoided the cops for 3 weeks. He switched around with the cop Joey said. Guy's just a lying piece of shit. So anyone wants to hang with Steve Torres, you're welcome to do it. I'd rather hang on my side. I'm a firm believer in God. And I'll tell you one thing. I don't get so caught up in my lies. He says he has post-traumatic stress disorder. Well, that means you got some problems, boy. All right. Should have came to the road recovery and shut your mouth. I could have corrected that shit. Right, Lee Star? Hell yeah. Right, Carrie Huff? Hell yeah. They're the heart girls for the night. So like I said, hey, Steve, you know what? Here, when you're in jail, I might save this for you, the Jimi Hendrix sex tapes, all right? You might need that. They're going to put you in jail or fine you very big, Steve. Don't think they are. What you did to me, you hijacked a fundraiser, wrote horrible things, ruined a fundraiser, and made lies. Everything's a one lie. There wasn't one bit of truth that you did to a sick person that can hardly walk. You should be ashamed of yourself. If I do end up in a wheelchair, I'll get up one day. But I swear to God about one thing, Steve. When you get to court, man, I wouldn't shake my hand. I might get up quicker than you think. God will give me the power to get up. No, Steve, I'm not 5'5". You called me dried up turkey neck? Well, try I'm sick, you moron. You're the most pitifulest person in the world to make fun of a sick person. I'd like to thank you all for joining me on my feed. You know what? I'm still up. I'm going to grab Ronnie. You have a good night. Give me a call, dude. I just like to talk about some past shit. You know what? I always thank you, Ron, for saving my life. That's what I was saying. Ron Haig is in a room. Ronnie lifted a quarter of that 2,500 pounds of wood off my back.